21 teams, 39 players. Mustache and Malabuka have to go through all their meds for Surge. They're going to need to find a big refresh here. But if anyone can find a big refresh with next to nothing to their name, it's Malabuka and Mustache. Jackson and Vico take the high ground. Good loadout, good meds as well. Vico and Jackson might be taking game one here. 120 builds with really good meds. Biggest issue for them so far is no SMG from what I can see for the spray down pressure. No SMG, no hammers, a little bit rough. Oh, Andalix and Snazy. One of the favorites here today. Uncon and Coney clashing with it. Was that Tayson and Chapix? And no, Andalix goes down. Snazy now solo and gets a huge shot onto Tayson. Tayson goes down. Unless Chapix can clutch this, the prediction's looking a bit rough. 10 more teams have to go down. Pink goes down. Mustache goes down. Malabuka goes down. I think there's only like 2 teams in our top 5 still alive. I think it's up to Kami and Queasy right now. Very unexpected turn of events for the game one. Snazy's still pushing forward though. Snazy's not giving up without a fight. Only 4 builds left to his name. Jerky might be the target here. Jerky, no, and Jerky gets the awareness check. Snazy jumps in. The 2 shots isn't even needed. The hammer close range. We have Jackson and Vico still on that high ground. I don't see Kami and Seti. Wait, this is going to be one of the most... this leaderboard is going to look crazy after game one. Hellfire and Flow is 5 eliminations to their name. Also a solo. These healthy duos right now have a big advantage on this lobby because we're seeing a lot of solos. There's Queasy and Vino. Not going for the high grounds. Showing their versatility at playing the mid ground, which is a really good sign in a 12-game format. You can't be one-dimensional. Queasy and Vino, the high ground kings, but doing very, very well from mid ground here. And there's Kami and Seti also in the mid ground, not taking that ulti low position. Zone's about to start pulling down the edge of this elevation. I'm surprised to see Kami and Seti not trying to claim the ultimate low right now. I think they might be concerned it pulls up. My prediction here, if Zone pulls down again, Kami and Seti are going to claim the low. They're waiting to see if it comes back up this elevation towards Tilted. Meanwhile, Vico and Jackson sitting pretty on that high ground. Just get to stall things out. Let's see which way Zone pulls. If it goes west, I'm predicting a Kami Seti low ground. Joe and ZND also playing this mid-ground layer. ADN and Hardfind finding success from their new drop at Rave Cave. Vino and Queasy getting focused a little bit here from Kami and Seti in that mid-ground. Zone pulls east, and that's exactly why Kami and Seti didn't drop down. Now they're elevated, but the problem is they're getting keyed by Queasy and Vino. They took a wrong fight with the wrong team on the wrong layer. Kami now running for his life as Queasy and Vino keying their way through this mid-ground. 9 teams alive, 15 players. Joe and ZND, 16 builds left to their name. Trying to play out this mid-ground as far as they can. Hellfire doing really well as a solo. He's got the auto shotgun in hand. Not a bad shotgun to have in endgame, especially 1v2. You can put down some consistent damage. Kami getting in a fight here on backside. Kami wins that, takes down Hellfire. Kami's now got 10 builds. Unfortunately, less than 100 combined HP. There's Vino and Queasy. Joe combining with Vino right now. Joe's dog meeting his master. Paco and Krusty. Haven't seen them so far on the broadcast. Carrot, he's got the tires in the back pocket. Could pull off a trick shot. Queasy with the big finish. Nice. Queasy and Vino, 3 elims. That's Kami that's going down right now. So Queasy and Vino, one of our only top 5 predictions, is actually going to make top 5 here. Krusty wrapping around, but really unfortunate. He gets squeezed out of zone. That's what I was talking about with going ulti low. If you go ulti low and it pulls back up elevation, not only are you on the low ground, but unfortunately all the builds are in front of you. And Belusi jumps in with a maxi 150 green striker. Hydro backing him up. Queasy in the box. They're going to go for this one. 2 versus 1. And Queasy hits a big shot onto Hydro, but it's not enough. And then we got splashes. We've got med mist. We're looking pretty good down here. We got a 2v2v2. Jackson on the high ground versus Joe and Belusi on the low grounds. We got Joe versus Hydro. Can ZND do something around the corner? He's got eyes on this one. They're going to go down 2v2. ZND and Joe, 9 eliminations right now on the low ground. ZND proving that he's not 0 without Chapix, despite doing very well with Chapix in Saudi. Joe FN also on the low ground now. Let's see who wins this one. Jackson and Vico have had a free game so far. No one has contested Hyatt. This is going to be the first real engagement they're going to have to deal with this game. They took Hyatt in first rotating, and they've held it till last rotating. Joe and Ziani running out of builds though. Jackson drops down onto their layer. Jackson doesn't have too many mats either. He's got that med miss, so he's trying to stall this one out, hoping that low ground runs out of mats first, and they are going to, but no, Ziani making great use of the new mantling mechanic, and Vico just gets that med mist off, saves himself on 1 HP to keep it as a 2v1. Vico and Jackson with a 7 elim win, but I think that was a 9 elim second for Joe and Zandy. Fantastic game one. After game one, we have Joe and Zandy in first on 47 points, Vico and Jackson second on 46, 80 and Hardfine 36, Belusi Hydro 36, and Flowers Hellfire 35. So far, not a single team I predicted in the top 5 is top 5. Queasy Vino, Seti Kami just outside. And unfortunately for the predictors, Tathan and Chapix did not get top 8. All right, DKS and Deceptos, the team we haven't really talked too much about here. DKS pretty much holding the hopes and dreams of EU controller players on his back. In case you didn't know, an EU controller player has never in a history of Fortnite won an FNCS. We've never seen an EU player win an FNCS on controller. So DKS, a lot of people's pick to be the best controller player on EU currently, or definitely one of. Vico in first place though goes down, and Jackson now solo. Wolfie's got second twice, Chad. I think CRR also got second. And Wolfie's got second at World, so. But no one's ever won an FNCS on controller in EU, I'm positive of that. No, Ziandy's not controller. Ooh. Queasy and Vino, first time we've seen them on high ground so far. Game one, they didn't get the zones for it. Game two, though, making it happen, and that player just gets away from Queasy. Malibuka goes down. Oh no, it's Clown and Refsguard take this one. Clown and Refsguard taking the high ground. Queasy gonna have to grapple glove to front side. They might be able to retake that by looking back, but I think they've used too many material. I don't think they'll be able to. Mustache with 5 elims. Malibuka had 2. Mustache doing what he can as a solo. Meanwhile, first place Jackson needs to hold on to his lead on this leaderboard, but I don't think it's going to be in first after this. Tasted and Chapix, 8 eliminations. Tasted and Chapix need to make these end games count. 50-50 on spawn. They're not going to be able to make every end game, so the ones they do, they've really got to show up big. But the ones they make end game, they've already got their surge, they've already got their elims, they're set up for success. Meanwhile, Hellfire, looking at those splashes, is very much set up for success on the low grounds. Kami goes down to Vidil. Ooh, we've got to make our way down the front side. 54 builds. Queasy and Vito have got just a little over 30 builds between them. Not the spot they want to be in. We'll see what they can do. Hellfire with 9 splashes. I've got to imagine Flowers has got some of these in hand as well. Swag goes down to Clown, and oh, right in the box, it's Joe. First place goes down. Pink and a Nas. 5 elims. Vidil and Janice, and oh my god, I was talking about no one getting good weapons, but looks like Vidil, the double gold weaponry on low ground, and Nas finally falls there at the hands of Vino. Queasy now looking to see what he can do as a solo. He might be able to pick up that fresh grapple glove. Blue Striker in hand. Pink's also still got that shield keg, but on moving zones, it loses its value quite heavily. Janice now goes down just outside top 8. Hellfire and Flowers looking like they're controlling this game right now. They've got the low ground. They get the edit. No, they don't get the edit. Now they get the edit. Shots come out onto Chico. Chico and Trulex giving them a run for their money. Pink still putting up a fight as a solo. Oh my god. Anyone in the scene knows Pink's probably put in more effort coming to this grand finals than any other player, and it is showing. Pink on the low ground running it up. The IGL fragging out. Meanwhile, DKS gets beamed from Clown and Refsguard up above. Pink is not going down without a fight. Trying to make something happen here on the low ground. Just misses that pump shot, but the edits are looking so crispy. As I say that, of course he whiffed the edit. Oh, big shot. Can he finish Chico? And oh my god, Pink with a 2v1 onto Chico and Trulix. 8 eliminations, 7 at the hands of Pink. And hold up, we have a 1v1v1. Pink might be able to do something here. Refsguard around the corner. Pink with the quick edits has him reeling, but Pink unfortunately has the health disadvantage, needs to try to find this angle. He hits him in the toes, jumps around the corner, hits the flick shot, and no, Pink goes down. Refsguard 1v1 And Rescard gets the mat advantage, though. I was going to say Rescard probably doesn't win this. He needs to get those armored walls down. Needs to use the med mist. Hellfire down below. No way to get up. He's trying to chop this, and he does. He chops down 8 HP. The difference. Hellfire with the 6 elim win. Fantastic game from Rescard, though. Holy shit. What a game 2 for EU FNCS. Okay, so after game 2 here of EU, we have Flowies and Hellfire in first on 78, Joe and Zandy in second on 71, Vico and Jackson in third on 68, Quizzy and Vino in fourth on 67, and Pink and Anas in fifth on 59. Tayson, Chapix, and Mustache and Malibuka just outside that one. Rescard and Clown off the back of that. 3 elims second, so good placement, unfortunately low on the elims from the high ground. And then Seti and Kami and Belusi and Hydro. 21 teams, 39 players, Clown and Rescard. Unfortunately, no white heals, clearly based on Clown's HP. This game's dead, bro. It's 39 first rotating. Are you high? Snazy takes down Swag. Oh, Vortexes and Bevies ramping their way up. Wait, aren't they opposite, though? Vortexes and Bevies going across. There's Vino and Queasy. Do they take it? Is my prediction holding up? What's up, Cookie, my man? How you doing, dude? Vortex and Bevies gonna refresh, and I think when this camera pans out, I think we're gonna see Vino and Queasy on that high ground front side. There it is. God, I love being right. 60 builds here for Vino. Joe's copping some beams from Vino. Again, Joe's dog seeming to always sniff out his master. Zandy and Joe here on the low ground front side. Kami and Seti trying to make their way to front as well. Only 34 builds for Kami, though. They're gonna have to find some kind of a big refresh here. Rescard and Clown in a similar position, but even more shambles. Oh, and Rescard getting hit from doesn't even know where. That was Kylie lurking in the back of the top. Clown's now solo. Third place Tayson is a solo, 500 above. So again, with this loadout and Surge, Tayson could very well get a top 5 here. I am unbelievably cursed, and I apologize. Holy fuck. Wow. Okay, Anas and Pink, 2 eliminations, 65 builds for Anas. Clown's here on the low ground. Oh, 100 tag. Can he win this? No, Clown, unfortunately. Zandy's down to 8 HP, but Joe's still up and healthy. Zandy grapple gloving and surviving on the 8 HP. Single bullet from anything and he'll go down here. Anas and Pink on that front side. Taking a look at high ground. Beautiful drop there from Anas. I've got to wonder how much mats up above Vino and Queasy have. Vortexes takes down Astro. Zandy still going on that 12 HP. Unfortunately going to fall. Thomas and Tripper, 22nd place. Somewhere we didn't expect to see them in, but that elim alone picks them up 3 placements. 43 builds. Thomas can try to solo clutch this as much as I said Tayson could. There's Vino and Queasy still on that high ground in 2nd place. Vidil and Janice, beautiful loadout again for Vidil. The firepower, I'm not too sure about the skin. Looking like a Karen version of Billie Eilish for some reason. 14 builds for High Joe, starting to make their way, looking up for the high ground position. I don't know how many mats Vino and Queasy have. They've jumped up into 1st place. They're dropping down, though. Vino goes down. Queasy now solo. 0 builds. He's got bandies and no. Vino and Queasy going to go down just outside top 5. Meanwhile, Thomas HD just messes up that edit. Catches Andalex on the stair. Anas and Pink. Beautiful usage of the hard wall there. Anas and Pink, our no-build champions. And right now, based on the material, essentially almost playing no builds. That's it. 2 builds left now. Thomas HD still doing this in this mid-ground layer. The epic auto with Thomas HD's aim is a lethal weapon. Andalex on front side and Snazy already down. Anas goes down to 180. Anas goes down with him. Snazy, or sorry, Andalex goes down swinging. Deceptos on the other side of this wall. Pink's got the white heels to stagger back and play in zone. He's going to go for it. Thomas HD does clutch up the top 5, but now he's in a 1v2 with Hydro lurking around the corner. Thomas HD with the 80-100 tag, and no, DKS is still up 4th place. I was talking about the hopes and dreams of EU controller players, and they are very much on the back of DKS right now. Pink just running for his life, ducking, weaving, doing whatever he can to stay alive. 1v1v1. Pink might be able to do something here. 60 health, 7 shield. DKS, the peanut butter, the right-hand peek, and DKS still hits his shot. 7 eliminations, and it's Vidil up above. 1v1, 5 splashes, gold shotgun, purple SMG. Oh no, sorry, gold SMG. I think Vidil has this one in the bag. DKS is going to have to pull off a very insane solo clutch. Good use of the hard walls. Here we go. DKS goes up. He has the mats. He gets the high ground. But Vidil, beautiful use of the new mantling mechanic, gets ahead of him, and Vidil puts him down. 8 elimination win for Vidil and Janice. Is that going to be another none of the above, right? I did have Vidil and Janice, didn't I? I didn't. Did I? I didn't. Hey, none of the above winners. It's not really a win. I don't have Vidil and Janice, right? Double checking.
Have you tried in and out yet?
You didn't really win, chat. You didn't really win. Let me put him on. Hey, the Vidil reaction. Let's go. Nice, nice. Winded this game. Vino and Queasy very well could win this one again, or win their first game of today, but take high ground again. The problem is they've gotten high ground. They've gone for high ground 2 games so far. Game 2, gave it up early. Game 3, held it until, unfortunately, they ran out of mats around 7 teams alive. So they just got to get those refreshes while they're up there. Skrillex in the playlist. There you go. Another banger. Vortex and High Chris, though. The loadout. Jeez. I mean, if this team's going to go for high ground, Queasy and Vito might have to be careful, but I think they're pretty happy just going front side here and going up a couple layers, or are they going to go high ground? Let's see. High Joe falls down. Belusi. Gray Striker gonna have to put in some work. He's sandwiched right now above and below. Belusi goes above. Can't take the wall. And nice edit. I don't know who this is, but great edit. Poor shot, unfortunately. Belusi in a very awkward spot. Med missed, and he's just completely suffocated. My man is buried beneath layers of hard mats. Belusi gonna have to hold this med miss. Player in front of him. 97 white. Knocks him down, but doesn't get the siphon. And no, he's gonna fall over. It was Artor that was holding him out there. Chapix and Tayson, 36 builds. Need to find some kind of a big refresh soon for them. Gonna try and make their way further to front side. Grapple glove coming out. Beautiful use from Malabuka. So Mustache went down, but Malabuka still holding on. It's High Chris and Vortex on that high ground. We saw the loadout they had. So Vino and Queasy aren't gonna have as easy of a high ground game as what I thought. But maybe playing this mid ground until they then take high ground late could be the winning formula for them. Maybe they're forcing it a little bit too early. Third place here for Ziendi and Joe. Another good zone for them. And there it is. Queasy and Vino are going for it. High Chris is weak. Vino is sniffing it. 55 builds. Vino just needs to hit one big tag on one of them. Here we go. Oh, got them in the box, but the beautiful armored wall there. Hen goes down to the hands of Mixon. And Nas is going to go down to Joe. So Vino and Queasy are looking very good to take first place after this game. If Aqua and Pink, if Nas and Pink are struggling. Chapix inside the box. Gold auto in hand. Beautiful block off there. Nice reaction time from Chapix. They've got the shield keg. They've got the splashes, but they need time to use them. They're still in zone, and Tayson getting held out. Tayson goes down. Chapix is solo. 11 teams, 19 players. He has the keg, but he's going to pop it in the open. No builds, and Malabuka is going to find him. Vino and Queasy have completely given up that high ground for now. 11 builds. I'm thinking they've probably given it up for good. Awkward position to rotate here through Malabuka. There's a lot of half walls around this area of condo, so you're gonna have to be super aware of every single layer and position they're in. Fastroki goes up, the jump 100 shot, no builds, no problem. Fastroki puts down High Chris, and Kylie and Fastroki gonna try and hold this as best they can. Grapple gloves to front side, but Mixon, I believe, is a solo at this point. Can't really make a play for it. Janice down below. Janice colliding. The 2-shot coming out. Vidil needs to back him up. Cheatin' and Gripey on either side of those walls. Paco and Krusty putting the pressure on him. Mixon. So many good weapons in this one right now. The most amount of gold shotguns I've seen so far here today. Malabuka in the 1v2. Beautiful armor wall usage to keep him in this. Malabuka picking up so many solo points. Vino gets cut off, but Vino and Queasy together. Decent material, good meds. Looking like one of the favorites to take this game away if they can just get that refresh. But Malabuka, no one can stop him as a solo. Surely he does not put down another enemy. Does he have the edits? 30 HP, finds the floppers. Doesn't get the floppers though. He's relying on bandies right now. Malabuka, only 2 ticks to go down. He's got to be so careful of how he rotates this. He misses the shot, and that's a duo. Joe and Ziendi incredibly healthy on the low ground. Malabuka drops down, but he doesn't see Vidil lurking in Storm. Zandy and Joe, 4 eliminations. We have, I think, 2 duos still left in this one. Looks like Joe's about to go down. Vidil, oh my god, Vidil takes down Queasy. Vidil falls, 2v2, Joe and Zandy versus the high ground. Joe and Zandy now in first place, 132 points. Kylie and Fastroki, 0 builds. If Joe and Zandy can identify this, they can build up and start getting away from this one. Fastroki comps to the 165, though. It's all up to Joe. 30 white tag. Joe needs a big shotgun shot here onto Kylie to open this one up, and no, he can't find it. Kylie and Fastroki are going to be your game 4 winners, but Joe and Zandy in a very, very good spot going into the last 2 games today. That will cement them in first place, sorry. All right, Joe and Zandy. Okay, there you go. All right, Kylie Fastroki. Yeah, all right, leaderboard's updated. So going into the last 2 games of day 1, we have Joe and Zandy in first on 132. Vidil and Janice in second on 128. Queasy and Vino in third on 127. So now only 1 point separating, 5 points from first to third. Then Pink and Anas 113. So a bit of a drop down now, unfortunately. Tace and Chapix 110. Then we have Fastroki on the back of that win. Belusi, Mustache, DKS, and Flowiz. 36 below. 14 builds, 13. Oh, is he getting on Kami and Seti? No, Zandy's him. Oh my god, Zandy's him. Seti down again. Oh my god, Max. Holy shit, Zandy's insane. Wait, what? Yeah, right, Zandy's T1. Yep. Dude just put down Seti and then 1v2'd with, I think, almost 3 maxis in a row. Wow. First place continues, and that should be enough surge. If he can get, I don't know if there's a grapple glove there. I think there was, but Zandy going absolute demon mode. My man is looking healthy. I think he had full shield, full meds there, and a potential grapple glove. With that much surge, he could actually clutch up a good solo placement here. Janice and Vidil in second. If Zandy doesn't solo clutch here, Janice and Vidil looking good to take first place after this game. Pink and Anas trying to jump themselves back up on the leaderboard as well. Who's on that high ground? I can't see the name. Just one layer above them. Who's it going to be? Vico and Jackson are staying pretty close to it, though. Here's Zandy. He does. He has a full grapple glove. Oh, no, he didn't have as many meds as I thought, though. I thought there was extra bigs and splashes. Never mind. He's only got 31 builds and 125 combined HP. Pink and Anas in the boat. Just full griefing. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to go their way. Anas now down to very little health. Vico and Jackson, such a good loadout right now. Janice and Vidil in this mid-ground layer trying to fight off the Frenchies coming from the backside. Tripburn goes down to Usury. Pink trying to hold on to things for him, and Anas gets a shot, and oh no, we are just broadcasting the servers right now. 3 more players have to go down for Surge. 2 more. Wox is going to fall. 4 ZR's going to fall. Mustache and Malibuka in a really good spot on front side. And no, Zandy goes down just inside top 20. So Janice and Vidil, 146, looking very good to overtake first place now. Pink on 50 builds. Grapple glove in the back pocket, but very little else going for him. He's on someone else's shield keg, though. I don't know if that was his own. Mustache and Malibuka, 5th place. This could be their big game. They've clearly fixed up their surge issue. It's hard find and ADN. I've been talking about DKS here. The hopes of controller player, EU players on his back, but hard find on the high ground looking good. Vidil and Janice, 149. I can't remember how much Zandy finished on, but I'm pretty sure Vidil and Janice are knocking right on the door of Zandy's first place spot. Here's Savage and Hen, though. First time having seen them deep in an endgame. 3 elims on the board. 65 points. Pablo and Swag here on the low ground. Very little match to their name. Thomas in this lobby, but potentially for not much longer. 23, 13, 3. Thomas puts down some good damage, goes down swinging, but it's just not enough, and Vico puts down Hen. Savage goes down below, and oh my god, Vico hitting Maxi after Maxi. I was talking about how good their loadout was. I am concerned about the no follow-up to the striker, but if you hit Max, you don't need to follow up. It's Mustache and Malibuka. Might be our first time seeing them on high ground here. Game 5 of EU, day 1. 22 builds for Mustache. I don't know how many Malibuka has, but Mustache does take this and hard find, reeling from it. losing whatever pressure they had on this lobby. And there, unfortunately, Xweezy gets found by Vico. 7 elims. Vico hits nothing but max. One of the most underrated players on EU right now. Vidil and Janice have overtaken that first place position. 13 builds. Swag in this upper layer, trying to find something. Oh, and he does. Gets that big shot on the hard find, but Vico gets that one taken right in front of his face. Vico, top 4, though, as a solo. 115 points. He's looking for the med miss, and he gets it. So it's Vico versus Swag, Janice and Vidil. And then we have a very healthy Malabuka and Mustache on high ground. So pretty much get as many points as you can as a solo, because you've got 2 really good duos you have to combat. But right now, the solo's colliding back in zone. Swag gets this. Swag might clutch up 3rd right now, because Janice is solo versus Malabuka and Mustache. I think this will be Malabuka and Mustache's. No! Malabuka's down. Mustache is solo. It's a 1v1. Mustache in zone, but I think Swag is too deep to do this. He makes his way in. I don't know what mats he has, but Mustache with the beautiful awareness to see Swag coming in. I think the med mist on visual audio probably gave that one away. Mustache trying to build his way down. 30 builds, and no, he falls a little bit. Held up by the tree. This could be a misplay from Mustache, but Swag has mats of his own. Swag probably thinks he has the build advantage, but unfortunately, he doesn't know Mustache is still looking pretty healthy too. No SMG. This is going to be a striker combo fight here, and Mustache gets the edit, but somehow misses the shot. Almost looks like a blank. Swag still fighting for this one. Can Mustache do it? Everyone always talks about Malabuka, but Mustache is one of the best fighters in EU, but Swag putting up a great fight, and that cone seals the deal. Blocks Swag in zone. The extra 2 ticks to zone is gonna do it, and Mustache clutches up big for him and Malabuka. All right, so after game 5, we have Vidil and Janice in first. We have Vidil and Janice in first on 162, Joe and Ziandi in second on 151, Mustache Malabuka 138, Pink and Anas 132, Queasy and Vino 131. That's top 5. Then we have Vico, Pablo, Tayson, Fastroki, and Mixon. Bro, my predictions after day 1 not looking the greatest. I got 2 in there. I mean, the only team I didn't mention really at all, sadly, was Joe and Ziandi in that top 5 right now. But we'll see. We'll see. Kami and Seti, 57 above. Need to have a big performance here. Unfortunately, one of the biggest upsets here today. Ziandi and Joe in second, man. I'm so happy that I just, you know, out of all the teams, I didn't really mention too much. Joe and Ziandi, I was sleeping. And they're proving me wrong. Doing very well right now. Meanwhile, Thomas and Tripper got that high ground position. 60 builds for Thomas alone. They got grapple gloves too to stay at front side. This could be the big Thomas and Tripper win we've been waiting for. Queasy and Vino not in this lobby. Malabuka and Mustache are though. 1 win out of 6 for Malabuka and Mustache is actually historically probably below pace. You would expect another win here from Malabuka and Mustache potentially, or a couple tomorrow at least. 77 builds, 12 splashes as well. Malabuka and Mustache have the loot to do it. Chapix and Tayson, 5-1 off spawn. Unfortunately, I think last game's when they went down. I think it was last game they went down. Pink and Anas, 4th place. Pushing forward, 3 elims. Pink, yet again, leading the charge on elims. Pink is an absolute demon. Gets hit really hard though, so Nas gonna have to take over the tarping while Pink gets his meds off. Vidil and Janice here on the low ground. This is first place, 182. Kate goes down, splashes come out. They're gonna have to move pretty soon. Those zones at their back. Mustache and Malabuka pushing their way through the mid-ground layers. They get 1 wall, and Bevy's very lucky to escape that one. Very rarely are you on a wall of Mustache and Malabukas and you get out of it. Thomas and Tripper in 14th place in that high ground. Just playing it nice and slow. There's Vortexes. Mustache still has 12 splashes. Meanwhile, Chapix solo. Tayson's fallen. What can he find here on this low to mid-ground layer? He's got that epic auto shotgun. Ziandi grabs the pre-edit, so Ziandi looking to make a play. Anas goes down. Pink solo. Pink hopefully will hold inside that top 5, but it's looking like it might be the end of day 1 for Pink and Anas. Vidil and Janice, 50 builds in a good spot. Really good refresh here for the first place team. Marion's gonna fall. Mixon and Artor running up this low ground layer. Mixon and Artor got to be careful though. If this zone pulls back up towards that southeast location, they're going to get suffocated very quickly. Tripburn and Thomas, I have to think they're running out of ammo. There's got to be something. Thomas and Tripburn, I think, are low on ammo because they are just not putting out the pressure I expected. Mustache and Malabuka putting down Kami. Ziandi putting down Janice. So there goes Janice and Vidil. Our first place team is down and out to our second place. Oh no, just Janice. Never mind, it was only a finish. Janice and Vidil separated. Maybe I called things a little bit too early. Vidil still trying to make his way solo. So we have first and second still alive here, pushing inside top 10 for game 6 of EU FNCS. Chapik's trying to put that auto to use, but no, it's Malabuka and Mustache, and he escapes, but out of the fry pan into the fire, into the low ground box of Artor, and it's Zandy and Joe who take that high ground. Second place, looking to try and close out day 1 in first. Zandy to prove that he is not zero without Chapix. But Mustache and Malabuka still have really good material to their name this late into the game. Thomas and Tripburn, opposite end of the story. 0 builds whatsoever, not even trying to replace, they're just trying to get in. Artor got to back up Mixon here because Mixon is a breath of air from going down. He is on about 10 HP. Mustache and Malabuka puts him down. Artor around the corner. 5 elims, make it 6. I'm feeling a Malabuka Mustache win. I'm just feeling it. Unless a team down here can answer the call, Malabuka and Mustache are going to win this one. Joe and Zandy are looking good up above, but I think they're running out of material themselves. Nebs still fighting on this one. 10 HP, he gets in, and he goes up against Artor. The right-hand peak is too much, and Thomas and Tripburn hold a really, really good angle on these teams pushing through the mid-ground as Belusi and Hijo who find their way into this box. Malabuka and Mustache is still back there, though, playing those splashes, and no, Mustache goes down. Malabuka is a solo. Doesn't mean he can't win it, though. If anyone can do it solo, it's going to be Malabuka here. Hijo steps in, takes down Artor. Tripburn and Thomas still on the other side of those walls, though. They've already taken down Belusi. Can they take down the full duo? Tripburn just grabbing what he can, but none of the material. Only has 7 builds. So Tripburn and Thomas trying to conserve what little they have. Malabuka with that grapple glove. Not much good it's going to do here in endgame, though. This deep in endgame, there's not much they can really do. Tripburn's going to fall. Thomas HD solo. This is looking like a free win for Joe and Zandy, which could cement their first place. But Thomas HD, if he has anything to say about it, it's a 1v1v2. They are a high ground. They are a healthy duo, but they've got 2 of the best solos in the world to beat. They've beaten 1. Thomas falls. Can Joe and Zandy take down Malabuka? Joe and Zandy still in second place. I think this win and this elim is what's going to push them up into first after day 1. Joe on the walls of Malabuka. Joe gets hit hard. Malabuka now trying to do what he can, but I think Zandy's jumped in. But Zandy, he goes in, he gets out, he's behind Zone. Zandy's 1 tick from Zone. Zandy goes down, Joe goes down, and Malabuka wins it. The only team in the world that is so good, not even I can curse them. Malabuka and Mustache win game 6, and I promise you, I swear on everything, I do not have the leaderboard open. They're the one team that I can consistently, during the mid-game, call out that they are due for a win, and they win it almost every time. They make me look so good. Malabuka and Mustache, absolute freaks. Let's see if we see that from Malabuka's perspective. That duck and weave through that box was so good. That was just pure movement there from Malabuka. He juked them in the zone, he edited it out, and then just got ahead of them. Here we go. See, there it is. He jukes them out, hits the big tag, and they go down to zone. The 7 elim win. What an absolute freak. He's so fucking good. All right, let's see our leaderboard after day 1 on EU. All games having been played, we have a good-looking leaderboard. We have Vidil and Janice in first on 193, Joe and Zandy in second on 188, Mustache and Malabuka on 184, Pink and Anas 156, and Tace and Chapix 137. We just have Queasy and Vino outside that. Then I'll read the rest. We have Belusi, Mixon, Vico, Tripburn, Pablo, Fastroki, Bevies, DKS, Combeck, Rescard, Krusty, Usery, Floiz, Seti, Michael, Highchris, ADN, Vanyak, Cheaton, Nefrizzi, Hen, Andalex, iDrop, Nebs, Loki, Kezix, Wox, T-Chips, Sign, Marco, Pachawa, Frey, Noah Riley, Trulex, Podesai, Kiro, Force, JJ, Tricked, Freemore, Gooden, Destru, Karma, and Stormy Right. Bro, my EU names have gotten way better. Kiddo won't take the high ground position. Savage went down. Damn. Are players allowed to stream while playing Grands? Yeah, they are, man. Just a lot of people aren't streaming Grands these days for Fortnite. I'm not complaining, but it's a bit unfortunate. It's why a lot of the new people who win, people don't care as much because we haven't seen their personalities as much. I think not streaming finals, but I think I think Fortnite needs to, they're trying to, with like these interviews and stuff, get more content out of the players to build up their like personalities, but I think the LAN events, they've really got to keep the LAN events going and really make a big effort in the middle of the LAN broadcast to do interviews and like get that personality out there. It's why people will still cheer on Savage more than any other player. It's just purely because you know him as a person, you know? You guys don't really know ZAndy that much. Correct, Mind Goblin, correct. All right, Vino and Queasy here, mid-ground, few layers up, 200 above. Just can't hit the shot, unfortunately. It might be a bit of server lag going on there. Oh, Malabukra Mustache, though. Off the back of back-to-back wins yesterday. Hold, just pop the splashes, man. Don't die with them. You can't go down with 5 splashes. It's the worst feeling. Here we go. Spam, spam, spam. Go, 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 go. Malabuka had more faith in no bleed damage there than I've had faith in anything. I'm not trusting holding walls in Chapter 3 and not having bullets bleed through. All right, Yuzuri and... Oh, Yuzuri on the high ground, but Queasy and Vino with 0 meds have tried to alpha high ground, and that is a big high ground top, though. Vino and Queasy now burn through what little match they had. They're going to have to make a big play for a refresh here. They need something. They have 0 meds to their name, except for, I think, half a med missed. Meanwhile, Thomas and Tripper might make a play for that high ground. Queasy and Vino have done the legwork. They're playing that mid ground. Only 39 builds, so maybe happy just to stay here. This zone's going to go across the water. This zone's really awkward for any low ground team because it's dropping down into the water. And they're... Oh, no, it's kind of skirting the edge of the land, so maybe they can kind of mount and goat here on the edge. We've got Hellfire on the backside. Malabukra and Mustache there on the front side in that low ground. Jumped up into 2nd place now after ZAndy's gone down early. Vino and Queasy have fallen. Podesai goes down as well. Here's Hen. What can Hen do after Savage went down really early? Hen with a grapple glove. Managed to get himself out of there. Quite surprised over that one. Malabuka goes down. Mustache now solo. Can Hen pick up that Elim? He needs something. He needs anything. He's got 1 single build. Come on. He's doing so much damage. He just can't lock anyone down. He needs the SMG. Can he try to take this wall on Mustache? Mustache is here. Here he is. Place the stair. Can't take the stair. Mustache survives, but Hen still going to catch him. That's 7 minis. Hen's got to find the time to use them. Vico taking shots in onto High Chris. 9 teams, 16 players. All I'm thinking is Vidil and Janice looking real good right now. Unless I'm blind, I haven't seen Vidil or Janice go down, but I'm also not seeing them. Maybe they have gone down, and no, Artur coming in this one. Jackson and Vico getting big elims here. Is Vidil and Janice still in this? Tripper and Thomas are here. Not the best loadout for them either. There they are. Vidil and Janice, 1st place, still looking healthy. I'm assuming they haven't done much then. The broadcast haven't showed them. Only 2 elims, but hey, consistent placement right now. This is what you want to see out of the winning team if you're cheering them on. Showing up big on day 2. Nothing's changed. Business as usual. Making a top 5 again. So consistent. I think Thomas has gone down. Tripern's gone down. 4 teams, 7 players. Roban just holding on for as much placement as he can. Gonna have to try and use that grapple glove and get up into this zone. High ground team's looking pretty good, but I don't know how many mats they have. They haven't shown it. Vidil and Janice don't have much to their name either. Which way is zone going to pull? If it pulls back up, this could help Vidil and Janice a lot. No, it pulls back down. That means they're going to have to be forced down into Karma and Yapko pretty soon here. If they had to go up, though, they would have been forced into high ground. And Vidil and Janice holding onto their position, getting the mat refresh. That'll be at least double siphon mats. That could be what they need to win this 2v2. Does 1st place win game 1 of day 2? An insanely dominant showing. Clearly, nothing has changed since yesterday. Vidil looking a little bit weak, though. Janice, only one who's healthy on this team right now. But Vidil with that armored wall might have time to get these meds off. Kiduo and Yuzuri do have material. Kiduo and Yuzuri having closed out a lot of good games here on EU this season. So not an easy team to push over on high grounds. Vidil and Janice going to try and chop this out. They are running low on material. If Vidil and Janice had an SMG to spray that out, I think they might have this, but if they let this go down to a bloom battle, usually high ground's going to win it. Vidil's got that gold SMG, but Yuzuri dropping down for the angle, loses about 40 white heals. Bit of a mistake there from Yuzuri, I have to think. They're still going for the high ground. Vidil and Janice not letting him have this. I think they may have messed this up. Vidil goes round. He has the auto shotgun. He's hitting the shots, and I think Vidil and Janice have. They have won game 1 on day 2. Cool, calm, and collected from the low ground. They didn't panic. They played it how they needed to play it. That was very, very well done. Nothing flashy. Just good, solid decision making. We've got Vidil and Janice on 237. After game 1 on day 2, Mustache and Malabuka 212, Joe and Zandy 188. So we're starting to get that 2-horse race we're used to on EU. We'll see. Then Joe and Zandy, Pink and Anas, Vico and Jackson. Vico and Jackson, man. If we're talking about underrated teams, I think Vico and Jackson might have to be the pick for most underrated team right now. Oh, zone pulls down and across. I actually don't know if that... I don't think that gives high ground to Vino and Queasy. They do have the grapple gloves though, so maybe they can get to front side of this one. Oh, Hellfire Mantle. What the fuck? Hellfire actually mantles in the box and shits on them. There's Malabuka and Mustache. They're inside gas station. Pink and Anas pull this high ground, but they're not building up for it. It's Queasy and Vino who are going up for it. Queasy and Vino really trying to assert themselves right now as the high ground team in this lobby, unless I've mistaken which way it pulled. I think it pulled back towards Queasy and Vino a little bit more than I thought. Yeah, never mind. It did pull towards Queasy and Vino. My apologies. 18 teams, 35 players. Savage got the weapons to do this. Got the meds as well and the grapple gloves. Savage could really pull off a good solo clutch here. He's got everything he needs. That's only 4 players have to go down for Surge. He should hold above. Anas and Pink, though, in 4th place. Having to break metal walls. This is looking rough. This is looking very rough. 20-10. Oh, Anas just makes his way in. Taking shots into Mustache and Malabuka. Anas just knows it's looking rough. They got to find something. Anas is looking for anything. I think Pink... Oh, there's Pink. A little bit ahead of him. If Pink and Anas can get some points out of this game, it's going to be a miracle. They take down Joe. That's the start of it. Maybe Joe had some material. Anas goes out straight into the firing squad. Meanwhile, Pink going to hold on to this med mist and last for as long as he can. There's a grapple glove there. Zone pulls back. Pink getting some good RNG there. Pink needed that. The zone pullback, absolutely massive to give Pink a bit of a rest there. Meanwhile, Vico gets a kill in the feed. That's top 5. Zandy now down to a solo. Hardfind misses the shot. Very unfortunate for Zandy there. Having some of the most insane shotgun aim I've seen yesterday. And it is just Queasy and Vino on the high ground. Vino day 2. Can they get their first victory out of the weekend? Very surprising. It's taken 7 previous games without a win. That is based on Queasy and Vino's history so far this season. That is very surprising. Seti and Malabuka copping some spray there from Vino. That gold SMG. If they can get a mini ammo refresh so Vino can just keep that spraying, this lobby is going to be very scared. Jackson 0 builds, dropping down into 6th place now. Jackson could maybe make something out of this. Mustache and Malabuka in 2nd. Vidil and Janice went down early, so this is their chance to overtake 1st. I don't think Mustache and Malabuka have been in 1st once this weekend. This might be their first time on top of the leaderboard. Kami goes down. Pink still holding on. That zone pullback, giving Pink so many bonus points. About to break inside 200. Meanwhile, Seti and Kami, after a very rough tournament so far, holding on just inside top 20. Jackson gets an elim on her, then Jackson goes down. Pink gets an elim though, and then Pink goes down. Bit of a bloodbath here right now. We got a lot of elims going back and forth. Malabuka got to hold on to that med miss. Can he get in? The tab has opened up, so Malabuka will be able to get himself in this one. Mixon and Artor in 5th. Another pretty underrated team to be top 5 right now. Here it is. Noel Riley and Rezon making a play onto Vino and Queasy. Vino goes up, only has 12 bills. Noel Riley cops that gold SMG, but Vino takes some shots from behind. Got to get up, got to pop the shields. Queasy has to back him up and push down Noel Riley and Rezon. If Vino can get these shields off, though, they're looking good. He's holding on to the med mist. He might try and pop the mini and drop down. Queasy reasserts this one. I think Queasy and Vino have held it. Noel Riley and Rezon have ran out of mats. They're dropping down. Mixon and Artor on the wrong side right now of Hardfind's team. Skydoon and Destro, after pulling off an interesting play against Janice, seems to have paid off for them, though. Good zone for them once they got that surge as well. Meanwhile, Noel Riley and Rezon, very few mats. This could be it. The Queasy Vino win. I feel it. It's building. That gold shotgun's going to get put to work by Vino very, very soon. This is it. They're shambles on low ground. They drop down. It's a 2v1. You have to think they close this out onto Skydoon. Queasy and Vino have won far, far more difficult games, but Queasy, oh my god. Queasy goes in, almost makes it a bit hairy, but a 13 elim win for Queasy and Vino. I think the highest elim win of the weekend for EU, almost definitely, right? All right, we got Mustache and Malabuka taking 1st place though, 239, sorry. 2 points clear now of Vidil and Janice, double wins for both our top 2 teams. Then we got Queasy and Vino now in 209 points, 3rd place. Vino day 2. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. We're doing well. Less than 30 points of difference now. Then we have Mixon and Artur, Joe and Z Andy, Pink and Anas, Vico Jackson, Tripper and Thomas, Fastroki Kylie, and DKS Deceptos. There's Mustache and Malabuka. They're both still up and healthy. We left the taxi. There's Vidil. No, Vidil and Janice both still alive. Oh, 176 below for Hellfire and Flow is 9th place. There's Joe. Oh, Vino and Queasy trying to use the car and no. Oh, okay. Okay, the car. Full grief them. Oh, that's unfortunate. We tried something different and it did not work. I did see Joe was still going though as a solo. Oh, there goes Joe. He goes down now just inside top 20. Meanwhile, Malabuka and Mustache trying to hold on to their first place. Haven't seen Janice and Vidil here yet. Malabuka and Mustache have got the splashes. They're going to have to start using some. Rotate coming out. There's a team holding on that mid-ground layer. Beautiful, beautiful refresh there from Malabuka. That'll get him some more mats and keep him going. Mustache going to take over the topping. Vidil goes down. Janice is solo on this backside. Has the med mist, has the splash. 53 builds as well, so Janice could get some good points out of this game. Just got to try to get in. Can't drop down in case that zone pulls up. And no, zone does go down. Janice still choosing to play these elevated layers. You don't want to be the first one dropping down, especially if you're solo. Seti and Kami, though, do want to try and claim this if they can. Never mind, they're going back up. The zone's going up a little bit more before it then goes down. Once it goes down, we'll see who claims that ulti low. Oh, Mustache and Malabuka go down. So Vidil and Janice back up into their first place spot. Mustache and Malabuka got to hold on to it for one game. What can Janice do? 30 builds, and it's all wood though. He's only got 300 wood. And as you know, wood in chapter 3 doesn't really do a whole lot if someone starts trying to get in on you. Pablo and Swag on the low ground. They take that front side, but Swag goes down. Pablo's solo. Seti and Kami trying to make a comeback. 12th place. Kami and Seti doing it with basically one AR clip between them from early game drop spot. I have no idea how they're doing it. As you can see, 4 AR bullets. Pachawa goes down. Chari goes down. Speaking of the Kami split, the team dropping gas station, making this end game. But Janice goes down, unfortunately, just inside top 10. But good points for them in first place. See who can have a big jump up forward now. Robin takes down Fire Hunter. Trying to think who the highest point team is in this game right now. It looks like it is, I believe it's actually Kami and Seti in 12th. I think that's it. I think Kami and Seti is the highest point team right now. This is a very, very unstacked endgame, considering the big names. It's going to keep the leaderboard nice and close coming into these last few games. Seti's got that gold auto shotgun. Doesn't have the follow-up with the AR. Only 9 bullets with an auto shotgun. Don't really need a follow-up. Meanwhile, T-Chips and Arskill, double gold SMG, definitely has the shotgun follow-up. X-Weezy goes down. We got 4 teams, 8 players. Paco and Krusty gonna try and stay that one layer above Kami and Seti. One more zone to go. 10 seconds till it pulls. Cheatin and Gripey doing their best to hold on to that high ground. Quite a few healthy duos in this, but it looks like most of them building out of wood. I think the materials are getting very weak. Gripey and Cheatin definitely low on material. Kami and Seti probably got a good control of that low ground right now. The more shambles these teams become, but no, Kami gets focused from the side. Has to dip around, uses the grapple glove to change position. Cuts off Artskill and T-Chips though, so Kami on one side, Seti on the other. Kami goes down, Artskill goes down. It's Seti versus T-Chips here on the low grounds. Can Seti get the mat refresh? And no, the focus comes out. High ground's focusing, low ground's focusing. An absolute fiesta of an endgame. Seti somehow gets out of it. Tries to take the high ground, but Cheatin's wherever. Cheatin chases him in his own. The double shot comes out. Seti goes down. 2v1 situation, I think. Oh no, 2v1v1 actually. 2 players still left in this one. T-Chips and Krusty. Cheatin finds T-Chips. That's 1 to go, and Krusty goes down to zone. A 3 elim win for Cheatin and Gripey. I think the lowest elim win we've seen. We've gone from the highest elim win of the weekend to what I have to imagine is probably the lowest elim win of the weekend. So Vidil and Janice are in first on 262. Mustache and Malabuka in second on 259. And then, damn, that's still that big drop, man. 33 points the difference between second and third. We got that 2-horse race going. This seems to happen a lot on EU. Then we have Joe and Z Andy, Queasy Vino, and then Mixon and Artur. And Nas and Pink up above on the high grounds. Healing up pretty heavily though. 326 above. Malabuka and Mustache on second height. So we got 5th, focusing on 2nd right now. Haven't seen Queasy and Vino though. Mustache has gone down. No, so Malabuka solo. Trying to see if we can spot where he is. There he is, Malabuka right there, solo. 318 above, 9 splashes. I mean, you'd be worried if it wasn't Malabuka though. If he had a grapple glove, this would be fantastic, but good damage from Malabuka. Oh, where the... I have no idea where Kylie just came from. Oh, we're stuck in a rough spot now. Malabuka's got splash. He's going to lurk behind them. They're pushing him, though. Kylie and Fastroki playing really aggressive on a Malabuka here. Very deep in zone.
Just got back.
Going to get a bit of payback from Malabuka, but I think this might be wraps, surely. 3 splashes. It's 40 HP. He's only got enough to get up to 100 HP now and then try and pop those minis. Pink goes down in the feed, so high ground getting contested as well. Haven't seen Janice and Vidil. Roban goes down to Kami, so Kami still pushing forward. 150 health for Malabuka. It's Kami and Seti on the high ground. Kami and Seti are sick of playing now. They're over it. They want to be back up on top of the leaderboard. Janice and Vidil now in 2nd place after Malabuka gets that kill. There is 1 kill separating 1st from 2nd. Malabuka now in a bit of a fight here. I'm not sure who he's fighting as 2 players at the same time. Is it still Kylie and Fastroki? It might be. Malabuka's trying to make his way around the corner now. No, it was Paco and Swag, I think. No, sorry, Paco and Krusty. Janice now going solo. Vidil's gone down. 31 builds for Janice. We're going to have a really close leaderboard going into these last 2 games because Janice getting hit by Surge. Now Surge is over. Malabuka solo. Janice solo. 3rd place, 30 points down the leaderboard. Joe and Ziandi, this is their chance to come back though. Malabuka goes down. It's just Janice now holding on to that top spot. This is Joe and Ziandi's spot to overtake right now. They have 3 elims to their name. They're the only full duo alive inside the top 3. Janice is different, but this is going to be a very tough game for him. Anas goes down. That's 5th place falling. Ziandi takes down another player. Thomas and Tripone trying to climb this leaderboard going into these last 2 games. This is going to be a really, really good leaderboard. Janice goes down to Karma. This is going to be such a good leaderboard. If Joe and Ziandi have a good game here, we could very well have less than 10 points separating 1st from 3rd. Between 3 different teams. Joe goes down though. Joe gets beamed from the high ground. It's now up to Ziandi unless he can somehow clutch that res. I don't know. Joe did go down from the high ground. No, Ziandi goes down as well. So Joe and Ziandi picking up a few more points on 1st and 2nd, but now it gives a chance for other teams to catch up. One of them being Queasy and Vino, Kami and Seti, who can actually catch up here. No, sorry, Queasy, Vino down out of this one. I thought they might be lurking. Kami, Seti though, still going strong. Thomas and Tripone in 8th place. Just about to break inside top 200 points for them. No, Queasy is still alive as a solo. Okay, thank you, chat. Queasy's still somewhere in here as a solo. Just picked up an elim in the feed. So Queasy's still going. Trying to spot him, trying to catch eyes on him. There's Krusty. Tripone goes down. Queasy must still be alive. Oh no, now he's gone down. Thomas jumping in, takes down another. That's Krusty. Can he get the refresh? Seti, Kami on the high ground. Thomas and Paco on the low ground. You got to think Kami and Seti close this one out. There is no way they're doing this well from a split drop and only getting half of it. Kami and Seti, they hit the books overnight, and it's genuinely impressive how well this team does against all odds, even when being conned now. Thomas goes down. Kami and Seti pick up their 1st win of the weekend. I think some of their 1st elims of the weekend. I think they didn't get a single elim 7 games straight, and now they pull off the win. Very good sign from Kami and Seti to come back here. All right, so Vidil and Janice, 279. Mustache Malabuka, 277. A single elim separates 1st from 2nd with 2 games to go. Then we have Queasy and Vino in 3rd on 253. Joe and Ziandi in 4th on 251. Pink and Anas in 5th on 228. And then Mixern, Tripern, Seti, Vico, and Krusty. Damn. We got 20 teams, 35 players. First rotating decent for Vidil. 103 builds. If he gets his hand on a med miss, he's looking good. Malabuka's got better meds, I wouldn't say better weaponry, better meds, but unfortunately less material. Meanwhile, Queasy got the grapple glove and 30 builds. So we got like a really good perspective right now. Loving the Obs team for this. These are all 3 of our top 3 players solo. 2nd last game of EU FNCS finals. Meanwhile, Kami and Seti are on the comeback then. Pink and Anas, I think, have gone down. Queasy here gets a bit of a refresh. Only picks up a fresh med mist out of it though. And oh, never mind. There's the material. Nice. 500 mats. Vidil down to 600 now. Had to use a few on that rotate. No grapple glove for him, so he's having to make it. Malabuka goes down. Malabuka out. Second place is down. Vidil is going forward. Takes down Gunra. Queasy now, that grapple glove helping him so much right now. If Vidil gets his hand on a grapple glove, and there it is, Vidil gets a fresh grapple glove. That could be the FNCS right there. Vidil gets his hands on a fresh grapple glove and 900 material. Vidil has everything he needs right now to try to close this one out. Remember, Vidil was one of the best players at the Sweden Solo LAN event. Queasy doing what he can with only 2 builds left to his name. No more grapple glove, no shields. Vidil is in the driver's seat right now. This is his tournament to lose. 14 teams, 24 players. Queasy having to drop down this backside, playing it nice and slow. Going to try and go for this refresh. That's another grapple glove. That's massive. Meanwhile, Ziendi's in the feed as well, so Joe and Ziendi could be surging back forward on the leaderboard. As I say that, Ziendi goes down. There's Joe solo. They're now in 3rd place. Where is Kami and Seti though? Are Kami and Seti still going? We could have a massive comeback for Kami and Seti. I drop and Jerky on the high ground. I'm trying to look for Kami and Seti. I don't see them. I'm blind. They went down. Kami and Seti died. Okay, Kami and Seti go down. What's Queasy got, man? Queasy, these grapple gloves are coming in so clutch. Vidil trying to get in on another player. Vidil picking up potentially another Elim solo. Where is 1 HP? I'm pretty sure that is literally 1 HP right now for JJ. Oh, but Vidil, man. Vidil is something else. Queasy picks up Roban. Queasy goes down to Bevies. It's just Vidil. Vidil the solo right now. Joe is also still in this, I believe, but Vidil cops the focus from high ground. Unfortunately, after getting that team so incredibly low, does not get the refresh to show for it. I can't see Joe, so I think it's just Vidil now. Joe is down as well. The battle of the solos here. Second last game of EU Grand Finals, and Vidil is the big shot, and no, it's not enough to take down Wox. Vidil goes down. We are going to a game 12. No one, I think, is clear right now as far as the leaderboard goes. Bevies and Vortexes. First FNCS Grand Final for this duo. Holding themselves inside top 10. Bevies now solo. I see Flixie in this one. I'm trying to see if there's any other teams on high points in this one. I think this is a battle of like 10th to 20th right now for the most part. Jerky and iDrop trying to get their first win of the weekend. Bevies down below. No material. He's farming that tree root, trying to get any builds he can to keep him going. Aware and JJ 36 on the low ground, looking set to take away their first win of the weekend. If they can beat Jerky and iDrop, here we go. 2v2. Jerky looking incredibly healthy. I have to imagine iDrop is too. iDrop normally gets the superior weaponry of this duo. So if that's Jerky's loadout, I can only imagine what iDrop's looks like. Yep, that's pretty much what I was expecting. JJ down below though, and there it is. Jerky with the slapper puts down some good damage. 2v1. You're just not beating Jerky and iDrop with this loadout at a 2v1. I just don't think it's possible. Almost cursed him. Almost cursed him. 7 Elim win, I think that was, unless those last 2 kills counted slowly. Vidil and Janice in first on 307. Mustache Malabuka in second on 292. So 15 points. That is a pretty decent margin going to the last game. Not undoable, especially not when you consider Mustache and Malabuka finish almost every set lobby with a victory royale. If they're waiting, this is their last chance to do it. Queasy Vino coming back in third on 274. Vino day 2. Joe and Ziendi unfortunately dropping down, but only 2 points behind. And then we've got that 32-point difference between 4th and 5th. We're going into the last game of EU FNCS for anyone who is unsure. Then we have Seti and Kami. Man, what does the day 2 leaderboard look like? Yeah, Seti and Kami, huge comeback. Wox and Roban, and then Queasy and Vino. Vino day 2, man. All right. We're close. We're close. We're close. One of the closest EU FNCS we've had in quite a while. We've had some dominant performances. Kami, Seti, Teak, Vino and Aqua. We've had pretty insane finishes from EU. I don't think we've had one this close in a while. Nas and Pink making it to front side. Trying to push up onto the podium for them. I think a win's out of the cards for them, but top 5 still a great performance. I've got to hope. There it is. Okay, what we got? We got Vidil and Janice. A little bit further back on that high ground position. Vino and Queasy. 591 above, but they're getting held. They have the grapple gloves, but Queasy and Vino combined have about 20 health right now. Vino goes down. Queasy not looking too much better himself. It's Malabuka who actually took down Vino. An extra elim for Malabuka there. Queasy goes down. That's it. Unfortunately, the day 2 comeback stops there. Had a good game. Good day, but it's now up to Vidil and Janice versus Malabuka Mustache. Both alive, both healthy. 57 builds here for Mustache. Vidil only has 68. They get Elim, though. They take down Art Skill. We've got Big Pots Minis. They both have absolute god loadouts to try to close out this last game. Neither of them are struggling. They don't have grapple gloves, but that's about it. That's the only thing they're really missing. 321 points for Vidil. Sometimes the points glitch in the last game as well, so I don't know if the points are going to glitch here for the elims. It happens almost every tournament, so be careful. The in-game leaderboard might deceive you. Malabuka gets another elimination. No, Malabuka goes down. Malabuka falls in the hands of Thomas HD. It's up to Mustache now. You have to think, unless Vidil and Janice toss, it is their tournament in the bag. But Mustache doing everything he can to try to close this out. We often see Malabuka in these positions, but Mustache has been there alongside him in almost every duo tournament for the last few seasons. Mustache is just as good as Malabuka, and let's see if he can prove it. 14 teams, 25 players. 35 builds, and oh, nice beam there. Takes down T-Chips. Mustache not going down without a fight. Janice and Vidil still a full duo, though. Vidil himself not too healthy. Less than 150 total HP. He's in that mid-ground layer, though, looking safe. 38 builds. They're getting contested, though. The wall gets taken. Vidil, beautiful armor wall. I did say armor wall might be the difference this game. Holds out those teams very aggressively, pushing onto them. 6 builds left for Mustache. 15 for Vidil. Mustache needs something here, though. He needs something big. Oh, there's Snazy, and no, the Frenchman just throws up the wall. Mustache could have found his big refresh. That could have been the moment. Mustache now taking zone with these splashes, trying to play the backside. Snazy doesn't know he's there, but now it's Andalex and Snazy turn. He has no SMG, he has no follow-up. He's in zone on 36 health. This might be it. This might be the EU FNCS Grand Finals, and I think it is. Mustache and Malabuka going down in second place. Vidil and Janice still pushing forward in first. You have to think this is now the victory lap. 10 teams, 20 players. I think it was enough. Mustache, unfortunately, not able to pull it off. It was a tough situation to be in, going up against a healthy duo. A very, very good duo who has played incredibly well over the last 11 games of Fortnite this weekend. 0 builds for Vidil, though. What can Vidil and Janice do? They're looking for something, but they're on one wood wall. No other builds. Looks like Janice is going to jump down and find a bit of a refresh, but he might get caught in the box. Janice does, and he can't follow up with the burst shot. It's now up to Vidil to keep pushing their lead forward. 330 points. 0 builds, 1 elim, but I think 1 elim was enough. What can he find? This is the victory lap. What can he do? No, he's going to get held out in zone. Not like this. You don't want to go down to zone in your last game on the grand final run. Please, come on, surely. The 7 HP clutch, something. Someone's got to get maxied. Vidil's outside the wall. Karma inside it. Can he win this? Oh, he does. Vidil's still going. Vidil is not going down without a fight. He is pushing the leaderboard even further forward. Vidil is not giving up on this one. He's the only solo left in this lobby, I'm pretty sure right now. Belusi, Hydro, no, there's Yuzuri around the corner. Kiddo backing him up, but Vidil doesn't see what we can see. Yuzuri might be his best chance. Another refresh, hits 1 shot, hits 2 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots, and no. Vidil doesn't have enough to close it out. Thomas and Tripper on the low ground, 7th place. Thomas HD holding onto the med mist to save his life. Literally, if this runs out now, it's all over. But I'm almost 99.9% sure we have our FNCS champions of Janice and Vidil by what looks like, I think it'll be a decent margin. Nefrizi and Ilusha in 22nd place on the higher ground. Kiddo and Yuzuri down below in 20th. This will be the difference of, I imagine, a few $1,000s though. So still an important 2v2 to close this one out. SMG for Ilusha. Gold SMG to make it even better. Yuzuri, unfortunately, only has the burst and the shotgun. No real follow-up. But Kiddo got a decent fighting loadout, but this HP difference is not looking too great right now. Nefrizi drops down, tries to find that angle. He has to go back up. Ilusha on a different layer. They've split layers. They need to play this one as a duo. If they're going to win this, they need to find it. There is Wade. He goes down 1v1 right now. Ilusha versus, oh, Yuzuri around the corner, and Ilusha wins it. That, I don't know if that jumped them above them on the leaderboard, but that again could be a swing of a few $1,000s, but hopefully the leaderboard's updated. I'm sure it is. Let's see. Do we have the updated leaderboard? I know the first place is called User in Kiddo 12 games. That's it. Vadil and Janice close out FNCS Chapter 3, Season 3 with the dub, 337 points. A very, very dominant performance. Average elims of 3.3 and an average placement just outside top 10 in 12 games. Very, very deserving of this win. Only had one rough game, really, maybe two, a 28th and a 45th. The only two games disrupting a phenomenal match history. Mustache and Malabuka in second place. Insane season from both Mustache and Malabuka, but especially Malabuka after Saudi. 318 points, 12 matches, 2 wins, more average elims, and only just behind on the average placement. It really does go to show, though, those thresholds can be rough because those stats do not look like an almost 20-point difference. Meanwhile, Queasy and Vino in third, Joe and Ziandi in fourth, Pink and Anas in fifth, Tripper and Thomas, Mix and Artur, Pablo, Seti, Bevies, Belusi, Wox, Krusty, Vico, Michael, Usury, Idra, Floiz, Fastroki, T-Chips, Nefrizzi, DKS, Tayson, Cheaton, Frey, Hen, Podesai, Karma, Andalex, Combeck, Hi Chris, ADN, Kezix, Loki, Noel Riley, Cyan, Refsguard, Vanyak, QB, Pachava, sorry, Nebs, Marco, JJ, Destru, Trulex, Kiro, Stormy Right, Guden, Force, and Freemock. Man, what a fucking tournament. Holy. Thank you.